bring our sister down with a warm round of applause. Thank you so much. How y'all doing tonight? Y'all give yourselves a round of applause. Y'all all look so good. I was like, oh, am I underdressed? Good job. So again, my name is Lady D. I am a published author and poet, but I also like to refer to myself as a poetry gardener because I've been growing my garden of poetry for the last 30 years. You know, so that's a big deal to me. That's why I'm dressed like this. I got my little garden hat. Y'all like it? The name of my garden is called Nappy Roots. It's a garden in a book. And this year's harvest yielded me a crop of 182 beautiful, juicy, delicious poems. And I'm going to share a few of them with y'all tonight. Is that all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So the poems I'm going to share tonight, they go with the theme of legacy. I believe it's really important for Black people to leave a legacy behind, especially Black people, because our history in particular has been erased, lied on, and watered down. And the issue with that is the generation that comes after us, when they tend to believe that they're nothing because they think they came from nothing, they start to act like that. And they disrespect themselves. So, and I saw this play out for myself when I first started my journey as a poet. When I was 5 years old, I wrote my very first poem. I was in kindergarten, and that poem was published in the newspaper, and I was just so excited. I was so proud of myself. But my racist kindergarten teacher leaned over to me and was like, hey, don't get hung up on that because you cannot make a living as a poet. And I believed her because I didn't have the knowledge of beautiful women like Phyllis Wheatley, who was the first Black woman to write a poetry book, and not only that, she lived off of her poetry. She made a living. You know, I just didn't know. So I'm glad I'm past that now.
Right.
So this first poem I'm going to share with you is called Ancestor. It details the legacy I want to leave behind. Okay? And it is in the book. I want to be that ancestor they talk about at the family reunion. You know, the one who had a dream, planned it out, and now the whole family can view it. I want my actions of this day to affect my grandkids' birthdays. I want my name to ring so loud and free that when they look back, they proudly say, I am the family of Lady D. I want them to say, look, kids, she is where we all come from. Her belief in herself gave us all a platform to grow from. I want my dream to mean just as much as Martin's dream flowing through you. I want my strength to boom so loud. It's as if you feel the sweet melody of Maya Angelou's haiku. So open up your eyes, because I don't think you see me. No, you see me. I just don't think you feel me. So let me speak softer so you can reach for me. I want a new day. I want a new pace. I want my children's children to know that I paved the way. Okay? Legacy. It's so important. You know, I often think about the people that came before me. Like, I love Beyonce, I love Oprah. I love people who actually left a footprint for me to follow, you know, just to give us hope. And I often think, what if they didn't? What if they had stayed a closet poet or been a singer in the closet? They just never put themselves out there. What would the world be like? So I wrote a poem called What If They Didn't. I actually shared it last week. It's one of my favorite poems to perform. So humor me. What if Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant didn't? What if Michael Jackson or Oprah Winfrey didn't? and perform in all them places? What if they said, forget it, it's too hard, and turn their backs on their greatness? Man, life would be nameless. Will we still have a Chris Brown? What would life be like without Mary J. Blige going down? Or Lauryn Hill? We all know that her miseducation gave us PhDs in how music should feel. Imagine life without them Steve Harvey suits, or Spike Lee joints, or producers creating beats so our bodies can move. Imagine life without Pac and Biggie. Feels like New Jack City, a man like Barack Obama who gave us hope when our hearts were empty. What if they didn't? What if the nation of art had a piece like Denzel Washington missing? What if Muhammad Ali didn't come back to face his conviction? Listen! What if Rosa Parks didn't? What if Harriet Tubman didn't finish? What if men like Malcolm X or Martin Luther King Jr. said forget it? Or what if you never heard this poem because I was at home chilling? That's why you gotta be great out loud. The ones coming behind you need to see you breaking ground. They need to build off your sound. It gives me nightmares to think about life without your unique vision. Because what if you didn't? Okay? That's something to think about. And then the next time you say you have something you just really good at and you say, no, there ain't nobody gonna like that. Please think about that poem. What if you didn't? You never know who you're going to inspire. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, for the last poem I'm going to share tonight, it's called I Am. This poem is really important to me because I'll say for family's sake. Someone asked me some questions not too long ago about my family. And they were like, can you name your mother? Of course I could. Could you name your grandmother? Of course I could. Great-grandmother? I could. Great-great? I couldn't. As a matter of fact, I couldn't name anyone on my dad's side either. And I realized just how much of my history I really don't know. And again, I just feel like when you see black people disrespecting themselves out in these streets, it's because they don't know where they came from. They don't know their history, you know? So I wrote this poem for me because it reminds me of who I am, what I am, and where I came from. Okay? Y'all want to hear the next poem? Say yeah. Yeah. All right. I heard they were asking you who I am. Well, don't bite your tongue. Tell them. I am the descendant of my ancestors that walked the gravel before me. I am the daughter of the elders that built the ground beneath me. I am the grandmother of the ones who will walk, talk, and dance into rooms that used to ignore me. I am the nightmare that the slave owners thought they killed in holy matrimony. And yet here I am, live, bold, and colored, mind in check, breast erect, with the spiritual connection so aligned you can't tell the difference between human and God as I order my steps. I am the result of the prayers my mama said for me. I am the vision my daddy had as he opened doors that used to be locked from me. I am the confidence of my sisters, the love of my brothers, the happiness of my cousins, and the blood bond of our mothers. I am the present day black beautiful queen collecting my credit, cashing my checks, and building monuments that my children's children will one day run. My kingdom is come, and I no longer run. I know who I am, and I know where I've come. Your heart knows legendary bones, and anyone who denies it is wrong. So it doesn't matter how many people deny me, how many doors close behind me, no matter where I stand and no matter how broken I may seem, you will never forget the day your heart laid eyes on a spirit like me. When they ask you who I am, don't bite your tongue, just tell them, I am free. Okay? Woo, that always gets me. I didn't cry this time. Okay. So much for having me out tonight. It has been a pleasure. Again, the name of my book is Nappy Roots. I hope I have your support. It took me 30 years to write this. I put my whole heart and soul in it. Literally, from cover to cover. I did it all by myself. The editing, everything. Okay, so I hope y'all enjoy the rest of the night. I'll be right in the back. Thank you.
And the books are $20. Let's give our sister another round of applause. Man, when our people show that we got God in us, look at us. You gotta look at it. Man, that was beautiful. Now, Sister Lady D, she has agreed to do some more poetry for us. So let's bring our sister back on down. I'm going to try not to cry this time because I was blowing up the last time.
It's so loud. I'm not even used to microphones, really, honestly, because I'm so loud. So I'm back. Actually, if you wanted to do a couple short ones, is that okay? Awesome. So I would just go with last week. I did these 2 poems, and I really love saying these 2 poems because they go hand in hand. When I first started my poetry journey, when I started performing, I was getting a lot of criticism in the beginning. I was offending people on accident. I didn't mean to. So it was literally my hair. It was just, everyone had something to say here and there. And so I wrote a poem to the haters. Right. It's called Make It Beautiful. Okay? Because I want them, if you're going to hate on me, I want you to give me your best shot. Don't half step, okay? Make it beautiful. All right, so here it is. You can tear me down and talk down on my crown. Disrespect my name and disregard my fame. But please make it beautiful. You can drill holes in my bones, break into my home, even turn my body into a stone. I don't care. But whatever you do, at least make it beautiful. You see, I need my next of kin to have me to look back at. When they too have been disrespected like I have, they will need to see what struggle can make. They will need to be left with a true vision of faith. They will need to know that regardless of my broken heart and back, that I'm still beautiful. They will need to know, feel, see, smell, and believe that their scars don't make them pitiful. Okay? A little angry. But it's all right. And this poem here is one I wish my daughter was here. Me and my daughter say this poem. She's been saying it since she was 3 years old. It's called If It's Easy. Also, I wrote it when I first started performing my poems because it was tough. I was too scared to get up here in front of people because, you're afraid of judgment. It's really not hard. I mean, it's really not easy to do that. It's kind of hard, but what I realized that anything that's worth having is usually pretty hard, So when you put yourself out there, you got to keep your head up, feet off the ground. Tighten your shoulders and extend your arms. You gotta do it perfect every time, or they'll see your fears within the practice of your form. If you cheat yourself, you show me. You don't know what loyalty is. believe in. I wake up every morning and put paper to this pen because it's more than a poem for me. It's how I feed my kids. So I'm perfect. I don't believe in easy. If it's easy, it'll leave me. If it's easy, I won't love the bleeding. If it's easy, I'll quit. If it's easy, my heart won't believe it. If it's easy, I won't keep my head up. Feet off the ground. Tighten my shoulders and extend my arms. If it's easy, they'll be able to see your fears within the practice of your form. Okay? Thank y'all so much. Just two short ones. Again, those are also in the book. And for those that have already supported me tonight, I really, really appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. Thank you.
That was beautiful. Let's give our sister one more round of applause. You know, sis, that makes me think about, it makes me think, it says, this is in the Quran that we have, and it says, what will make me comprehend what the uphill road is? It is to free a slave, or to feed in a day of hunger, an orphan nearly related, or the poor man lying in the dust. So let's give our sister one more round of applause. Yes, ma'am. She's teaching on this roster. Yes, ma'am.